Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. So in today's video I will finally share my thoughts about a fragrance that I have mentioned a few videos ago, and I told you that I will review it in one of my upcoming videos. The fragrance that I'm talking about, I'm sure as you can tell by the title, is called ISHQ AL SHUYUKH GOLD by Lattafa. Now this fragrance, you guys, it was recommended to me by someone. First of all, she's the sweetest. I'm not really sure if she wants me to mention her name, but in case you are watching my videos, you know who you are, and thank you so much for your recommendation, beautiful. Now this fragrance, you guys, it's not a fragrance that I would have blind bought if she wouldn't have told me that she absolutely loved this fragrance and that I would enjoy it as well. Me and her, we share a very similar taste when it comes to fragrances, so when I blind bought this fragrance and I knew she loved it, I knew I would love it as well. Like I said, this fragrance is called ISHQ AL SHUYUKH GOLD. This is from the Lattafa Pride series. Guys, I'm sorry I don't have the box with me at the moment to show you like a beautiful presentation and everything, but I will try to insert a close-up with the presentation because it comes very beautifully packaged. Now, Lattafa Pride, you guys, it's like more of the premium, luxurious like line from Lattafa. Their fragrances are a bit more expensive. They come in a much more beautiful packaging. Also, the bottles are more beautiful there. I mean, you can see that a lot more attention went into details when it comes to this line. Now, this fragrance, you know what, this is such a weird fragrance, but I like that aspect about it. It's so, yeah, it's weird, you guys. It's weird, it's creative, it's abstract. It's not the kind of fragrance that, I don't know, smells like peonies or smells like a mandarin orange or smells like the ocean or anything. It's a fragrance that the first few times when you will smell it, you will think to yourself like, what does this smell like? Okay, so here are the notes for this fragrance. Somewhere over here, you see this has a lot of beautiful notes that at least I find them very beautiful, and these are the kind of notes that I would gravitate towards in a fragrance for sure. This has saffron, this has caramel, this has suede, you guys, this has tonka bean. So in my mind, and sugar, if I remember correctly, it has to have, because it's very sugary. First of all, I feel the need to mention that this is the kind of fragrance that you need to give time. You need to give time, first of all, to your nose to adjust, because like I've mentioned, this is more of an abstract, creative, artistic type of fragrance, you know, so you need to give your nose time to adjust to more weird fragrances, but weird in a good way, you know, it's not weird in a bad way. Hold on, let me actually try this fragrance. Now this one in the opening, it has a lot of sweetness to it. It's very sugary and it also has sweetness from the tonka bean. So it's a very sweet fragrance. You need to appreciate fragrances that have a sweetness going on. For instance, if you like Arabians Tonka, you will really appreciate this fragrance as well. Now, I don't say they smell alike because they don't, but they give me similar feel, honestly. It has that same like sugariness, tonka bean vibe that Arabians Tonka has as well. But here, you guys, I know it comes from the saffron used here, but I smell, you know what it smells like to me? It smells like sweet, creamy metal with sugar. You have this metallic vibe going on throughout the fragrance, but take the smell of metal and try to imagine how it would smell if it was creamy. So it's like a very sweet, creamy, metallic feel with the sugariness, with the sweetness from the tonka bean, and with the softest, most beautiful suede accord in the background. Now, I know a lot of you watching my videos, you're not the biggest fan of leather. Personally, I love leather in my fragrances. But I don't think this is a leather forward fragrance. This is not a harsh leather. This is more like a soft, fuzzy, more muted suede accord in the background, and it's not even the most prominent to my nose. I would say it's more in the background. In the front, you have that creamy, sweet, metallic smell. I never thought I would like fragrances with this like metallic feel going on, but somehow I find this DNA very addicting. Like when I wear this fragrance, like I kept smelling myself and smelling myself and smelling myself, because it smells so different in a way and so unique. If you want to buy a fragrance and you want, let's just say, maybe a fragrance that's not your mainstream fragrance, I would say this is a fragrance that's worth checking out. But I don't know if it's a safe blind buy, I don't know, but perhaps get the travel spray. For this one I didn't get the travel spray, I just got the full bottle. But you guys, it smells so good. Okay, so this fragrance, like I've said, is very sweet, but it's also very creamy. It has the same creaminess that Nebras by Lattafa has, but here it's a creamy metal feel. There it's more like a creamy gourmand type of feel. It's a very dense and full fragrance. It's not one of those thin fragrances, you know, like flat type of fragrances. This actually has a lot of, not a depth, because it's not a dark fragrance. It's quite light, bright, but very rich and dense in a way. But it has, yeah, a lot of density to it, I would say. This is a very heavy fragrance. I mean, very heavy. Quite a heavy fragrance. It's a fragrance that I love to wear it on its own. I love to layer it with other fragrances. I even layered this one... Am I trying to like this? I even layered this one with Arabians Tonka by Montale, and they smelled amazing. Now, I tried to layer them one on top of the other, but it smelled a bit too much, so I layered them on different parts of my body, but in the air they smelled amazing. As always, you guys, I feel like when it comes to a lot of fragrances, my partner is like my guinea pig, if you can say like this, because he lets me spray on his arm all kinds of fragrances, because the thing is, on a woman's skin, a fragrance can smell in a way, on a man's skin, other notes can shine more, you know? So I wanted to see how it smells on him. On him it smells just as sweet, if not even more sweet than it smells on me. So if you're a man and you have been thinking about trying out this fragrance, ask yourself if you like sweet fragrances. Ask yourself if you like Arabians Tonka, if you've tried Arabians Tonka. I would say Instant Crush and Arabians Tonka are the closest ones that I could associate this fragrance with, but again, it's not like those fragrances, you guys. This doesn't follow that Baccarat Rouge DNA or any other inspiration of that DNA. This goes into the completely different direction, but it has that like saffrony, metallic, sugary, sweet feel to it that you have in those fragrances as well. Those are pretty much my thoughts about this fragrance. I think this is an amazing fragrance. I am very happy to have it in my collection. If you have tried this fragrance, let me know what you think about it. If you are planning on trying it, give your nose time, and also ask yourself if you like saffron in fragrances. The thing is, I have asked some people what they think about this fragrance, and to their noses it smells like sweet rubber, I think it's called, yeah. Sweet rubber. Now, to me, it doesn't smell rubbery, it doesn't smell like tires or anything, but it smells like a sweet creamy metal, you know. Okay, so when it comes to some layering ideas, I'm still experimenting with different layering options. Now, I have layered this fragrance with Nebras by Lattafa. I have the travel spray of that one, and they work so well together, you guys. So if you have both of those fragrances, try to layer these two. Now, I feel like when it comes to this fragrance, because it's more of an abstract, creative, weird fragrance a little bit, I feel like most of the layering combos will work better if you apply, let's just say, this fragrance on your arms, like maybe behind your ears, perhaps in your hair, and the other fragrances you apply them perhaps on your clothes, on your scarf. I don't think it will smell as beautiful if you were to apply two fragrances on top of the other, because it's more of a tricky DNA, I would say. So now, when it comes to the performance, this fragrance performs. It's so oily. It's so oily in consistency. It's like sticky to the touch. Like, it's so oily that it's sticky to the touch when I touch here my wrist, and now I have it on my finger as well. So this lasts so well, you guys. So well on the skin, so well on clothes, so well in your hair. I feel like the performance for this fragrance is amazing. By far one of the best performing fragrances from the Pride series that I have tried, and one of the most oily fragrances as well from the Pride series that I have tried. So I feel like performance for this fragrance is not an issue. Now, I have oversprayed this fragrance, and I overspray it because even if it's a strong fragrance, it's not a challenging scent profile for me. So I like to overspray my fragrances, you know. But you guys, this is the kind of fragrance that like fills up a room. It's like projects off you, like people around you will smell this fragrance on you. When you walk past somewhere, or when somebody walks past you, they will get your scent trail. This is the kind of fragrance that's like, smell me, you know, like I am here, like appreciate me, look at me, admire me, you know. I feel like that's that kind of fragrance. When it comes to seasons, honestly, I would wear this one all year round. It's rich enough, strong enough, potent enough to wear it in colder temperatures, but it's not sharp or challenging or anything so that I cannot wear it in the summer. It's not like one of those heavy woods, you know. And even the suede here, you guys, it's more in the background. At least to my nose, it's not the accord that shines the most. Like I've mentioned, I feel like this is like the 10th time I'm saying this, but the accord that shines the most to my nose is this sweet, creamy metal feel with sugariness and that tonka bean vibe. So yes, I don't know what else to tell you. If you have any questions about this fragrance, oh yeah, by the way, let me touch upon the gender. Okay, now when it comes to genders, I feel like First of all, this is a very abstract fragrance, but I feel like if you enjoy this fragrance, you will enjoy it no matter if you're a man or a woman. But I feel like because of the sweetness, as a man, you need to love sweet fragrances, you need to love sugary fragrances, you need to love fragrances with a lot of tonka bean in them. But I could totally picture this one on a man. It doesn't smell sweet in like a girly way, you know. It doesn't smell like a girly fragrance. It doesn't smell like a fragrance for the girly girls, you know. I still feel like this fragrance is pretty unisex, but of course, try it for yourself and see, because what is my definition of unisex fragrance, what are my definitions of feminine, masculine, unisex, all this might be very different to your own definition. So I always say, if you have the possibility, smell this fragrance, get the travel spray, give it time and see for yourself if you enjoy it or not. But yeah, I am very happy with my purchase, you guys. I am very happy and I cannot wait to wear this fragrance more. I cannot wait to come up with more layering combos. I'm thinking to layer this one with the one from Kayali, the Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64, and see how they would smell together. So yes, oh, by the way, if you have any layering ideas, let me know. As always, I would love to know what are some of your layering combos. So yes, you guys, this is everything I wanted to tell you about this fragrance today. If I have forgotten to touch upon anything, please leave a comment down below and I promise that I will get back to you. Maybe I will update you in a future video when I discover more layering combos with it, so I can share those with you and you can like experiment with some layering combos as well. So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, thank you to the beautiful woman who recommended this fragrance to me. If you're watching, thank you so much. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram. Here is my handle. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye.